Hey guys, today we're going to go over the ANA 5-port top feed valve with no QuickStop. Hey guys, and we're back. So this is the ANA 5-port top feed valve with no QuickStop. The QuickStop is this little device that sits on here that'll pause your station. So if you don't really care about doing that, if you don't care about having an extra part that might go bad or break, then get this bad boy. This is a great valve. This is ANA's one of their original valves. Back in the day, it used to have balls in the bottom of this thing, big acrylic balls. So now they changed it to a flap style. The flaps are a lot better, and they're actually redeveloping the flaps now to make them work with a push-in style rather than the glue-in style. This style right here that we're going over today is the glue-in style. The glue-in style is ultra retrofittable, which we'll cover on a different video. So if you have the ball valve kit with the acrylic balls that I just talked about, they actually make a kit that you can convert it to the glue-in valve style, kind of like what I'm about to show you here. So this valve right here, 5 ports, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1.5" plumbing. So this thing comes with 1.5" plumbing on the bottom as well as the top. So if you do not get the QuickStop, that's what this valve is, no QuickStop, it's a slip thread. So you can actually just glue your pipe right inside there. If you got the QuickStop, it's a thread. You have to get a special type of joint stick putty, and it's kind of complicated. So this, you glue it right in, you're solid. So this valve with the 5-port lineup, it's not really meant to do it, but it can. So if you have a caretaker valve and you don't want to use that valve anymore, you want to upgrade to an ANA valve, it's a perfect lined up plumbing schematic. So if you cut that caretaker valve out, this one just slides on real nice. So it's a good upgrade if you want to change out valves or vice versa. If you have an ANA valve, want to go caretaker to ANA, same thing, same plumbing schematic, it'll work great. So let's go ahead and dive on in. So you have your band clamp around the outside. That's what keeps everything nice and pretty and tight under pressure. This valve does not come with a nut right here like the low profiles do from the factory when they factory tighten them. So this one just comes with a nice little knob right here that you can just undo with your hand, which is great. So let's go ahead and loosen it. There we go. And the clamp just comes right off. So as you can see here, clamp comes off, put that down in front, put the knob right in front. Now the lid, it's just as easy as this, it comes right off. So the lid, let's go over the lid. So this lid right here, it just looks like a lot of weird parts on the inside. So what happens here is water's dispersed from this fan right here, and then it goes down into the valve and spins this impeller right here. So something that not a lot of people know is that there's another part inside this lid here. So as you can see here, there's this thing right here. So when you take these 4 bolts off right here, that they're actually Phillips screws, and you turn this, you can actually slow the valve down. So that way you can keep the water pressure on the heads longer rather than what they do at the factory. And I'd love to tell you that it's gonna be 45 seconds from the factory or 30 seconds from the factory, but every scenario is different depending on your flow of your system. So use what it comes with, see if it's changing too fast, because just remember that the more you slow your valve down, the longer the gears inside here will work. So before the actual gears themselves start winding down and grinding down, then you gotta replace this module. So it's good to slow it down, we highly recommend that. And as you can see here, this is that second piece right here that allows bypass, is what they call it. And that way you can slow your valve down. So, pretty useful device. Slow it down. So, here's the gear kit it comes with. This is the standard gear kit that ANA uses now on every single valve. Okay, so you've got your impeller and you've got the gears that sit below it. I'm going to show you what's different about this one, but not so different. So first things first, you got an impeller. Cool, every valve has it. Now let's take this thing out. So what makes this valve different and interchangeable, so if you buy the wrong valve, you can still interchange parts. So all top feeds, nope, there's a washer in there too. So all top feeds have 1 washer, the low profiles have 2. Again, we have links for the low profile, so you can see what low profile valves look like. Low pros are only offered in 6 ports. This is a 5 port. So if you have a 5 port, it's 2019, we're August 2019. They don't offer a 5 port low profile valve as of right now. So hopefully it's soon, but as of right now, if you have 5 ports in the bottom of your valve, get a top feed. So back to where I was talking about. Top feeds have 1 spacer washer on top. Low pros have 2. So 1 washer, don't lose it, because that's actually what sits in between there's like a little spacer right there and right here on the bottom of this, so this doesn't grind down as fast as you don't want it to. So top feed has this spacer right here too, so it actually comes off. So if you accidentally buy the low pro kit, you can actually take the spacer off of your old valve and install it on your low pro kit. So this is what makes the top feed gear kit a little bit different, is they all have this little spacer, because now this is your low profile gear kit. Adding this is your top feed gear kit. So cam on the bottom, it's a little smaller. 5 ports have a little smaller, little weirder bump on the backside, I should say. They don't have a 2-part system, so when I pull this thing off, some of them have, it's like a little knob sticking out here too, so you have to line this up all perfectly, but this is just all one directional. The big space right here needs to go opposite of the circle, so you pop it on like that. Pretty straightforward. So that's your kit. Let's move on. The bottom of this thing. When you plumb this on the very first time, this thing has to get removed. Has to get removed. So all this is actually, looks like 2.5-inch PVC. So this is actually what keeps the flaps up. So A, you don't glue on them. So you don't, when you glue the valve on, you don't get any glue on the flaps. And B, so everything stays pressurized. So if this is a new build, those flaps don't seal the holes perfectly, like, because when it sits in there, it'll seal the hole up. And then you're not getting pressure at all the ports, so then you're not pressurizing the rest of your system. So when you're starting up the pool, take this out, or your valve's not gonna work. So, glue and flaps. So glue and flaps were a huge upgrade to the acrylic balls. The acrylic balls sat in those holes right there, but the glue and flaps, they just go up and down. So when this cam turns on the bottom of that gear kit, it lifts 1 flap at a time, water can go through. So 1 flap gets lifted, water goes through, the gear kit turns, it goes to the next one, water goes through, and vice versa. So pretty simple, very, very simple. So we have another video on how to actually glue in these flaps. They say they get broken over the years. It takes a 2-part epoxy. You can't see it from the video. Maybe I'll have a photo here for you. So the photo would be cool if I can show you actually what a close-up looks like with the 2-part epoxy on these flaps. They got to be installed a certain way, and it's got to be perfect. So check out our video on how to glue these things in, because that'll help you a lot when you have to rebuild this. So let's put this valve back together and let's finish up here. Guys, that's the ANA top feed valve without the QuickStop. So pretty straightforward, pretty good system. We highly recommend them. We're really looking forward to when they come out the one with the push-in flaps. That would be awesome. But as of right now, they're awesome. We recommend them. Great water flow, easy to repair, easy to install. Thanks for watching, guys. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Subscribe today if you haven't subscribed. Check out the links below, and we got a lot more content coming your way. Thank you.